Today we're going to talk about something completely different. Again, my name is Robert Rico, California Realty Training. Today I have Matt Williams here.
Hello.
Excellent property manager. We're going to ask him a few questions regarding property management. We've discussed different themes with these blogs before. We've talked about residential sales, we've talked about investment, but we have yet to hit on the topic property management. And that one we do want to get across to you to make sure you understand how this works. Of course, we've got the man here himself to give us some great tips and how this works. And maybe Matt can give you some tips to help you out with your career if you're interested in getting into property management. All right, Matt, so let's ask you a couple of questions. When did you get involved with property management in general?
I started doing property management over 7 years ago.
Got it. Now, why did you get involved in property management? Like I just mentioned to the audience out here, there's real estate, residential sales, there's investment sales, all kinds of stuff. But you got involved in property management. What's the deal?
So I've done commercial mortgage banking, so $3 million and up commercial mortgages on office buildings, shopping centers. I've done brokerage, sold multifamily properties.
As far as sales, right?
As far as sales, so there was mortgage banking, so that would be finance.
Got it.
Then I did apartment brokerage. Then I did a little development with some skilled nursing. And the thing was, mortgage banking and brokerage are all pop businesses. You have to have your cash flow in line.
What does that mean, pop businesses?
Pop businesses, basically it's a pipeline business that you make a pop every time. There's no residual cash flow.
Okay.
So property management, I know how much I'm making every month.
Got it.
And I know exactly how to budget for my overhead. I don't have to close 3, 4, 5 deals just to get that done. Instead, I know I've had so many buildings, this is how much I'm coming in, and I can manage it. So the trade-off is with brokerage or commercial mortgage banking or finance is that you don't know how many deals you're going to get in the year. Whereas with this, you make a lot less, you don't get the big pops, but you know how much you're making, but it's a constant.
Oh, I get it. So pop meaning closing a deal and you don't know when you're going to pop.
You don't know when you're, that's right. It's a pipeline business.
In your field, then I guess what you're saying is it's consistent.
It's consistent cash flow, but it's a lot of work.
Got it. Now explain to us what kind of work is involved. Now that you mentioned that, what kind of work you got?
Okay. So just to give you an idea, you've got owners who have expectations of how they want their properties to be run. You have tenants that have an expectation of what their living environment can be. You've got government agencies that have their own expectations and requirements, and you've got to find a way to work all three. On top of that, you've got to deal with vendors. So you might have an issue, an owner may have an issue, or a tenant may have an issue. Sometimes we have to work with both the owner, the tenant, and the vendor, and we have to constantly be problem solving. Now, the thing about property management is, when was the last time you called your property manager and told them they did a good job?
Yeah, right. Hardly ever.
It doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
So the only time you get calls is when something goes wrong.
So you hate that phone when it rings, I take it?
I don't hate it because I love my job.
But I mean, as far as you know what's coming.
I know what's coming. I know that it's either there's going to be an issue, and because it's someone's home, they can be upset, they can be excited. Most people are fair and reasonable and can work through a problem. Some people have unrealistic expectations. Some people are very, very flexible to work with. Our goal is to manage that process.
Now you said our goal. I take it you don't do this yourself then?
Oh, no. We've got quite a few people working with us.
So you have a nice team?
Oh, we've got a great team. We've got bookkeepers, we've got field supervisors.
Oh, this is actually not just a team of 2 or 3 people like a real estate team. This is an office.
This is an office. We manage quite a few buildings, and I couldn't count everybody that works with us on both my hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, Matt, I wanted to ask you something else. How important is it to have a property manager? Now, some people, I myself, I owned a few investment properties before, and I said, why am I going to pay a property manager? I could collect rent myself, and I know how to fix a thing or two, and it kind of backfired on me. Why is it important to have a property manager?
So the first deal for anybody is fun. You buy your first house, you get your first renter, you call your first maintenance company, you solve your first problem, you think you're flying high, right?
I remember those days, yeah.
Everybody loves it, because when it's a hobby and it's something new and the glitter and gold's all cool, you love it. But there's an old country song, not everything that glitters is gold, right? So the truth is that it's more than just collecting the rents and paying the bills. A lot of it is property management's actually people management. So a lot of times...
People management, I like that. Okay, so you're not really... you are managing properties, but you're managing people. I dig that.
Yeah, if it was just processes and procedures, and it was as easy as tech. You send an email, you send a text, and boom, everything, like our modern day cell phones. Anybody could do it. You just run the process right. But processes are efficient, people aren't.
Got it.
So our job is to really manage the people elements.
Mhm.
So how do we deal with, a tenant's got an issue in their property? How do we deal with that issue in a way that allows the tenant to be happy? They still may be frustrated because they aren't going to be happy no matter what you do, but that's okay. We understand that too, but we want to do it in a professional manner where we're doing it in a way that's responsive, quick, and manage the owner's expectations as well. And when you said, boy, that blew up fast, well, I'm sure you can tell a story, and I don't want to present any of those stories for this blog, but sometimes there are real issues that occur due to misunderstanding. So a misunderstanding can be a tenant sends the check to us, mails the check, but the mail loses it. It happens. We call the tenant, say we never got it. The tenant sent, I sent it. Well, the tenant suddenly assumes we're saying they're lying. They aren't lying.
Right.
They sent it. It didn't get to us. We're both telling the truth. Where's the gap? So in every situation, our philosophy is that there's a piece of information missing. So right there, we don't create a conflict. We say, it's not that I don't believe you, we just never got it.
Sounds like communication is huge here then.
Oh, you need communication.
So aside from the list of items that you do, I'm guessing repairs, collect rents, and I'm sure there's others.
Oh, collect rents, monthly reports, bank reconciliations, dealing with the city and the county on inspections, dealing with all these different issues. The biggest piece that moves it is customer service.
Got it.
And without customer service, you can't run it. Now, the truth is, nobody wants to take a call at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that was my next question. When was the last time you got a call at 1 in the morning?
Oh, we had one the other day, and I had to let the tenant, if it's a clogged sink, or actually if it's a clogged toilet and it's a one-bedroom apartment, well, we've got to fix it. But if it's a two-bedroom apartment and there's one clogged toilet, that can wait till the morning. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's about working through some of these issues, and it's an apartment. It's apartment living. You can't change that. But the truth is, at the end of the day, our goal is to deal with the building professionally because we do this full time.
Got it.
And a lot of times owners might take things personal that shouldn't be taken personal. And a lot of times tenants just need to know that we're actually listening and we care.
You're almost in a position of being a mediator, kind of, sort of.
Every day.
Really?
Every day.
That must be the most challenging part.
That's actually the best part.
The best part.
That's what I love about my job.
That happens sometimes. The toughest is the most challenging is usually the most exciting.
Yeah, and the truth is, anybody who works with us will discover that some things are out of our control. Some things we just can't get you someone there in 20 minutes for this issue. We can get someone there in 24 hours, but you aren't going to die in 20 minutes.
Right.
But sometimes it's just knowing we got it, we want to take care of it for you.
7 years you've been doing this, huh?
7 years.
Sounds like you've been doing it forever. Awesome gig. Can you let the audience know what your name, your phone number, how they can contact you? If you guys have any questions for Matt, please go ahead and leave them at in the comment section below. If you need anybody to rent your properties, if you guys are investors out there and you want some help with these kind of issues as far as renting properties, give Matt a call. You just heard what he said. He sounds fantastic. One more question.
Yes, sir.
What advice can you give somebody who's getting their license? Let's assume they just got it. Because I've had a few students of mine in the past who say, you know what, I think I want to do property management, and I never understood why. But now I get it. I see the challenges, but I also see the consistency as to, what's coming in as far as pay is concerned. It's consistent. What would be your personal recommendation, Matt, as to telling somebody who says, you know what, I think I want to select property management for my career?
My advice is do brokerage, make the money, and buy your own buildings and manage for yourself.
Now, real quick, do brokerage. What do you mean do brokerage?
I would say get your pop income. Get those big paychecks.
Got it. So do residential sales.
Do residential sales, multifamily sales. I mean, with their license, they can sell office buildings, shopping centers, industrial centers. They can sell apartments and they can sell homes. They can even sell hotels. They aren't limited to residential. With their license, they can finance. Fannie. You don't have to just do residential.
Let's talk about the typical one that's just coming in. They're going to probably do residential sales.
Got it.
So you're saying go out and pop, which means close a couple of deals.
Yep.
And then what?
And then manage for yourself. Bring in the buildings. You have more control. You have more say. A majority of my business is working with the owners. And so it takes a lot of long nights. In order to make the money to do it, you have to have some money saved, or you have to be willing to sleep with your cell phone underneath your pillow for the first couple of years. So it takes a long time. It takes a real investment in time commitment and savings to actually start and do it. So I recommend you do it. I recommend you give it a shot. But the truth is, you get a building, you make $200, $300 a month on on a building, maybe a duplex or a single family home, maybe $150. How many of those do you have to do before you're actually making a living?
How many properties do you currently manage?
We manage over 90 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, so it takes time to get there. So my advice is you can do it, but if you're going to do it, it's going to take 3 years.
One more question, then I'll let you go.
No.
3 characteristics that somebody must have to be a property manager.
Oh,
Just 3 characteristics.
you got to have the patience of Job.
Patience.
Not just any patience, you have to have the patience of Job. You got to have that. You have to have a positive attitude.
Positive attitude.
That no matter how much people criticize you, you're able to still be kind, patient, and gracious.
Boom. So it's going to be patience, positive attitude.
And then the final thing is a whole lot of problem-solving skills.
Boom. The 3 Ps. So let's go again. Patience, positive attitude, problem-solving skills. The 3 Ps. Look at that.
That's right. The 3 Ps.
I just gifted you something to use. There you go. Hey, Matt, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
If you have any questions for us, California Realty Training want to make your career as positive and as successful as possible by bringing in guests like Matt, who's been doing this for 7 years now. Sounds like he's the best of the best. What's your phone number and your email address?
Matt Williams. You can reach us at 310-987-7978. That's 310-987-7978. You can send an email to matt@williamsrea.com.
Boom, beautiful. Thanks for coming this week to our video blog. We'll have something else for you next week.